Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your mid-February meditation. We are positioned between the full moon in Leo and the new moon in Pisces, both in February. And this reading, however, is intended to support you whenever you find it. So let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for this time. The King of Cups. The King of Cups is about your emotional maturity, your creative ability to tell the story of your overcoming of obstacles. In so doing, you are making yourself available through your vulnerability to supporting others, to others who are in need of support and who are looking to you to help them to understand what appear to be weaknesses or failures on their part, how those are actually strengths, gifts, lessons from which they have inevitably profited and become stronger. So this card is very much about vulnerability as a practice, as a creative practice, particularly for those of you that work through your imagination in whatever capacity as a creative, so that this is about story, this is about understanding, mastering lessons, and being able to be humbled in your strength, to recognize how we are able to hold this ambivalence of suffering and pain and strength and overcoming victory at the same time, and how that provides a model for others. In the past, we have the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Wands. You are indeed continuing to heal and understand, search for the understanding in your ability to support others, your intimates, in a coming together, a reunion, or some experience that coalesced your intimacy. You are continuing to work through and assume responsibility for the things that haven't worked out. Many of these are the result of conditioning or a family situation that was a given for you, a set of conditioned structures or beliefs that you have learned to turn over, to understand why they existed and how you positioned yourself within those beliefs and structures to survive, perhaps at a great detriment to yourself, experiencing criticism, pushback, and not a sense that your needs were ever considered, let alone fulfilled. However, you have learned to overcome that situation. You have learned to understand the necessity of these limitations and conditions so that you, in fact, could recognize your responsibility to self in fulfilling, in overcoming those tragedies, in overcoming those challenges that are no longer as limiting. You are still engaged in the struggle. The struggle is real. However, you are receiving victory and success in your desire and ability to overcome these obstacles. What is important in this transition, in this growth that you're experiencing, in your ability to share and receive support from your intimates, is your regard, the regard of your peers, family members, equals, people you work with, in their recognition and rewarding of your success, their acknowledgement of your ability to stand up and fight through obstacles that may be more difficult for them to see or understand. And it is that regard from your peers that is really unlocking this self-acknowledgement of your strength, your desire for learning, for growth, and for expansion. In the present, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. You continue to consider condition of lack that may have attended, most likely did attend this environment, this situation that you are working through, and the desire to recognize and release a sense of inadequacy tied to material lack is something that you have come to understand. However, for all of your growth and your ability to work through and to release yourself from this suffering and pain that you understand may have been inflicted on you, but that you have taken responsibility to resolve, to work through, and move beyond, to establish your own area, your own path. You are receiving information. You have the opportunity to look at something that is causing you to feel as though you must make a choice. You must separate or divide yourself from a situation that still holds a lot of love, growth, and opportunity for sharing and support. You may feel at a crossroads. In fact, you may be at a crossroads as to what this situation is still calling from you, and still the opportunities you have for this growth, for new expansion. And yet there is something close at hand that is blocking your ability to make this choice or decision, that is a way in which you are stopping yourself. And some of that stopping can be this focus on your security and your stability. And through that, you are looking at your safety, in pursuing safety in a way that you have throughout in the past as a response to a situation of oppression that you experienced. That safety, that security, that stability, that material comfort may not truly be at risk, but you may feel as though you have to give up something or risk your security or stability by choosing whatever opportunity still exists for you within this familiar circle of support or community. In your present, we have the King of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the Eight of Pentacles. You're definitely staying very focused on the mastery of the resources you have. And although we started with the mastery of your emotions in a way that helps you to utilize the challenges you've experienced, the feelings of suffering that you have undergone, you are still focused on your comfort, your stability, and on your ability as a result of the comfort you've gained to share that with others, to model a way of recognizing abundance in your circumstances and how that allows you to be generous. You are focused on your happiness, on your growth. This feels to me like a way that you are continuing to work on your creative expression, so that you are resolved to build again a development at the way you're developing your story, the way you are building the skills that will help you articulate this story. That may be about your creative voice, a place that occurs for you from your earliest experiences, the memory and the reconnection with a childlike experience of pleasure and expression, where expression flowed naturally and in a limitless way that you are working your way back to. So I see you redevoting yourself to the development, the improvement of your environment, the improvement of the conditions of your life, and your skills and your talents, so that you can experience and share this connection to your heart that you are maturing through, that you are gaining a mastery over. The Two of Swords in your present is clarified by the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. This healing process that you're in has been going on for a very, very long time. You are recognizing all of the opportunities to match your growing sense of empowerment and talents with the opportunities that are afforded to you. They may be crystallized at this particular time, but you are now reaching a moment of appropriate and correct timing, a time when you can recognize or receive the positive karma that the universe is recognizing in your ongoing, unstinting effort and labor towards understanding this, towards creating that environment, improving the environment within and without you, so that you have been giving to your family, to your friends, to your efforts, your collective efforts, without an expectation of return, knowing that the efforts you make are towards your own benefit and improvement in whatever form they've come. Your faith in your discipline, hard work, and effort are being recognized, so that there are opportunities, favorable opportunities for some wonderful and fulfilling creative expression for you at this time. And that is where you are happily devoting your effort, happily understanding the way that you are beginning to plan your movement into true joy, satisfaction, and the inspiration and upliftment of others. I'm going to finish off this reading, Aries, with an oracle card. And there's a few that want to come out. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I'm going to leave this here for you, Aries, and hope that you've gotten something from this. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.